Hello, how is everyone doing? This is 𝗧𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃, the Positive Vibes artist. I'm here today to swatch my brand new paint palette from Aloha Watercolors. Aloha Watercolors, Keiko. She is on Instagram. That's her info. I will link to it below as well in the description. She is a lovely, lovely lady who makes her own watercolor paints. And this is her latest creation. And I'm probably mispronouncing this, but it's called the 𝗧𝗺𝗶𝗃𝗵𝗿𝗄 color palette. Very cute, isn't it? These are quarter-size pans, and this whole thing comes out. So once these colors are used up, I can go ahead and reuse this for something else. You know, some other colors. Here is a little swatch card that she includes. And I will be swatching on here, and I will also be swatching larger swatches in this Artist Loft watercolor pad from Michaels. It is 140 pound, 300 GSM. There's 24 sheets in the pad, which is journal size A5. It measures 5.5 by 8.5. I have my Maui orange tea from Keiko, which is very good. I'm gonna have to get online and get me some. And I also have a very important artist tool. This is from 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏. She is also on Instagram. And what I use this for that way, when I go to clean off my brush and my paint water, I don't dip it in my tea. You're not a real artist till you've done that about 47 times, which I have. So over the years. So now we're going to see what these look like. I'm going to get a little pipette here. Of course, do I have any handy? No, I don't. Where are my pipettes? Found it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill it with some water and activate all these lovely colors. And then we'll see what they'll do. I'm only putting 2 drops in each pan. I may add a little bit more. Don't know. I'm going to put a little bit more water in my pipette, so that way I use this as clean water, and then this is for rinsing off my brush. Okay, first the swatch. And we have the first color is the white, which is Keiko calls Hoku. Wow, that's really white. I wonder if this is a gouache. But oh, it's gotta be a gouache. Look at that. Just blots out that little ship. All right. Hey, that's awesome. An opaque white. And I'm just going to go ahead. I should have put water on my paper first. But I'm going to go ahead and move my camera so you can really see what's going on. Here we go. All right, now you can really see what's happening. So I've already swatched the Hoku, and it's a really opaque white. We'll see what it looks like as it dries. Now I'm going to add some water to the paper, quite a bit, because I want to see how the color reacts. Of course, white on white, we're not going to be able to tell very much, but yeah, this is quite opaque. It is very nice. And they always tell us, don't use white watercolor in your paintings. Let the paper be your white. Yeah, whatever. For me, just the way I conceptualize my paintings, it's better for me to use an actual white color. Or sometimes I use them to add to other colors, and you can create a pastel. All right, so now we're going to set this here, and the next color is Golden Beach. Ooh, uh-oh, we have a leak. It happens. Oh, let me see if I can. Okay. There we go at Golden Beach. Now we're going to see what it looks like on the paper. I'm going to get another brush. I'm going to get a clean brush here so I can add water to the paper without having to rinse off the paint. And we're going to go across. We're going to arrange the swatch page here to mimic the organization of the colors in the palette. Again, I want to add a lot of color. Well, crap. Where did that come from? I must have dipped it in something. Oh my goodness. Well, okay. That's interesting. Let's see what that does. Why not, right? Ooh, that is interesting. It's giving us a really pretty olive green. So I must have dipped it either in this dark green looking color here, or maybe in this one. Well, now I have to rinse the brush anyway and get some more clean water on here and see about that Golden Beach. Oh, there it goes. Now it's swimming. Yeah, this is going to be a really winter swatch session here. There we go. Just a little bit on my brush there. Again, I just want to see how it reacts with the water. It's really nice. That's a pretty color. It reminds me of Keiko's beach color. I believe she has a beach #1 and then a beach #2, because I think she had to get the pigment from a different provider when she remade the color. So that's why she has beach, the original, and then beach #2. And I don't have, do I have number? No, I don't have #2. I still have some #1 left, but next time I have to get some, of course, mine will then be beach #2. Oh, there it goes again. But doesn't that look pretty? I like it. So let me just put some more on here. You do that, you can kind of stop the flow. Okay, now we're going to do, that was Golden Beach, and now we're going to swatch 𝗂𝗄𝗹𝗂𝗀, I think. I apologize, I am not. Oh, did I just get brown in that? This is just a great swatching session here. I recently had eye surgery. I had cataracts removed at the end of 2024, and I had to go in for the 𝗂𝗵 procedure last week. When was it? Friday, September 12th. And I still can't see straight. I am still having issues, and my doctor is booked until October 2nd. Yeah, lovely, huh? Okay, let me see. There's that. That was the 𝗂𝗄𝗹𝗂𝗀, and I know I'm more than likely mispronouncing that. And now we have 𝗃𝗏. 𝗃𝗏 is the next color. Here, let me pick this up again. Oh, gosh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. That's really pretty. Okay, now we're going to put that on the paper, and hopefully I won't be running it all together again. Make sure there isn't any water there. I'll do it right here on the end. And then this will make it easy for me later on to go through here and label the names of the colors. Ooh, very nice. Nice and bright. Keiko developed this palette to be used as a palette for urban sketching, urban watercolor sketching. line and wash. And I've always wanted to get into doing that. And so when she decided to put this palette together, and the colors are just so perfect for it, I was just like, oh, I gotta have it. I actually have, I think this now puts me at about 85 or 90 of her colors I now own. Keiko is my favorite handmade watercolor creator. And I also really love Masha Watercolors, and Masha creates her own watercolors as well, and she's also on Instagram. And now we're going to go for row number 2. And this one is called, oh boy, 𝗬𝗏𝗏? 𝗬𝗏𝗏? I don't know. Ooh, it's purple. My favorite color. Oh, that's so pretty. Almost dipped it in the green. I got so excited. Okay, here we go. And then we'll put some here. Get a little bit more pigment. There we go. Oh, that's really pretty. And then our next color. Oh boy, here's another tongue twister. 𝗺𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗃? 𝗺𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃? I don't know. But this is pretty blue. It's almost like a cerulean. I forgot to put clean water on my paper. So let me do that. I'm talking weird right now because I've got my other brush in my mouth. Kind of a bad habit you pick up as an artist. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Let's get a little bit more pigment. Yeah, it's pretty. And now we're going to do, oh my goodness gracious. No, that's not the name of the color. That's me just trying to get my eyeballs to focus first. And now it's 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏? 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? I don't know. I'm trying, my friends. I am trying. Here we go. And this looks purple in the palette. Ooh, oh my goodness, that is dark. Oh, it's like an ultramarine. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Because again, I like to see what the colors will do when used as a wash. That's really pretty too. I tell you what, man, Keiko, she just makes the prettiest colors, and she has got lovely personal energy, and it just comes across in the colors that she creates. It really does. Now, here we go with the 4th color. This is, I don't know, 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. That is really dark too. Let me see. That's like an indigo. Let me get some more color. Let me get some more color. Let me get some more water on the paper. Because again, I want to see what this color does as a wash. Yeah, that's crazy dark. That's awesome. It's another beautiful color. Wow. And I didn't put that much on the brush, did I? Wow. Look at that. That is so pretty. And of course, now they're all just kind of dancing in the water. I love to watch that. I mean, you may find it boring as heck, but for me, it's exciting. To each his own, right? Now, I am not a rep for Keiko or anything like that. I wish I was, but I just love her colors, and I thought this would just make a nice little video since I was going to do this anyway. I figured why not just film myself swatching these colors. Okay, now here's a green, and this is called Hala. Hopefully I got that one right. Ooh, look how bright that is. That's so pretty. Ooh, nice. And swatch it on the card. I want to get a little bit more pigment. Oh, I covered up the name. There we go. Wow. These colors are intense. You know, they're little quarter pans. I typically use a half pan if I really like a color, like Lilikoi, which is like one of my all-time favorite shades of purple by anyone. I will get it in a full pan. I do have that in a full pan, and I'm going to have to buy another one here pretty quick. But I use it all the time because purple's my favorite color. And where was I going with that? Oh, these are so highly pigmented that even though they're quarter pan size, these are going to last a long time. I was hoping to get the half pan size palette set, but it sold out before I could pay for it. So I was bummed about that, but at least, yeah, these are so highly pigmented that just be careful how much you use and they'll last a good while. All right, now we're going to do the next shade of green, which is a lighter shade, and it's called 𝗺𝗲𝗂𝗵𝗿, which is really funny because if Keiko had just added onto the end of this G-A-N, it would have spelled out Waukegan, and Waukegan, Illinois is my hometown. When I saw the name of that color, I was like, dang, so close. Yeah, Waukegan is an hour north of Chicago. It's right on Lake Michigan. So I grew up a third-generation Cubs fan. And the Cubs just made it into the postseason, and I'm going to be bringing that up in all my videos for the next few weeks. And hoping to see the Cubs play a lot more baseball here in October. All right. That's a nice shade of green, too. Gosh, these are so pretty. All right, and then we move on. Let me just tilt this a little bit so I can get some of the pigment to shift. As you can see, the paper is curling up on me. Again, it's because it's, you know, it's inexpensive, but it's great for swatches and for watercolor sketching and practicing, and that's basically what I use it for. Also for participating in challenges on Instagram, art challenges, and because, you know, you don't want to use your best paper for that sort of thing. So, again, it's doing okay. So now we're down to the second to last color, and this one is called, oh, hey, I can pronounce that one, Dark Night. All right, let's see. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. That's a really intense gray. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm going to swatch it on the card here. And what I'm trying to do between the two areas of swatching is the card, I'm swatching the colors at mass, at full pigment. So basically all pigment next to no water. And then on the paper here, I am including a lot of water so I can see how each color behaves as a wash. And then that way I'll have a good example between the two as to what these colors can do. Excuse me for clearing my throat. I have allergy issues, and I really think I'm allergic to all the eye drops they put in my left eye when I went in for that YAG. My left, did I say my left eye? I meant my other left eye. my right eye. When I went into for the YAG procedure on September 12th, I was sick for a week with well, not it was definitely sinus symptoms, but it was just enough to make me feel crappy. I wasn't, down for the count or anything like that. And I really think I had a reaction to those drops because I was sick for a week after each of my cataract surgeries. Same type of issues. So, I think I'm allergic to that stuff. I told my doctor. He doesn't believe me. I'm like, what do you know? But that needs more water. So let me get my other brush here. Wow, that's intense. You see what I'm saying? Even though these are tiny quarter pans, I'm going to have to use a separate ceramic palette with these paints and use very little actual pigment. But there we go. Oh, and this last one is called, and I have to swatch it on the card as well. Hang on. I'm trying to grab it without putting my thumb in one of the colors here. This is called Ho'okili, I think. Ho'okili or Ho'okele. Sorry, I am not Polynesian, so I don't know. But there we go. It's a brown. So basically we have a lovely, almost completely opaque white. You notice when I first put it on the swatch card here, it obliterated that little stamp imprint of a ship, and now you can just barely see the ship showing up through the paint. Then we have Golden Beach, Hokulea, I guess, Iwa, Uala, Huakai, Ulioli, Imiloa, and doggone it, this was Hala, Wauke, or Waukegan, if you want to use the full name, Dark Knight, and Ho'okele, or something like that. And again, I apologize because I know I'm butchering all these. I'm trying my best here. So then all I'm going to do with this, I'm going to wait for it to dry. I'm going to kind of tilt it a little bit just to get these pigments to move a little bit more so that they're not all crowded on one part of their swatch. And also so I can see if there's any granulation going on, because look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? This right here looks like a little forest. You see that? Let me zoom in. Oh, I hear thunder. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's what you call granulation. That's when the pigments used to mix this particular color start to separate. Now, this is a combo of Golden Beach and one of the darker colors, and I think I probably dipped it in. My brush did hit one of the other colors in the palette, and so it made that pretty blend. And I'll have to figure out which color combination that is. And when I do, I will do that before I upload this video, and I will put it along the bottom of the screen here, the two colors used to create this. Here is just a very quick addendum. I went ahead and named all the colors, wrote the names down, the name of the palette, the date I swatched it. Then I noticed something. Hoku is a shimmer. So there you go. I just thought I'd toss that in there. And also the blend here that I created by accident was Golden Beach plus Dark Knight. So there's Golden Beach and there's Dark Knight. So there you go. 12 gorgeous colors I can't wait to use in a painting. And then look at the Golden Beach over here. See, it's also granulating, and you can also see it's kind of like creating a little forest here. That is so cool. Like I say, I really, really love Keiko's paints. They are just gorgeous. And she is a lovely person who deserves our support. So there you go. This is called, again, the Huaka, I guess, palette by Aloha Watercolors. She's on Instagram. She's at lohwatercolors.com for ordering. So again, I highly recommend her watercolors. And again, I stress I am not a brand ambassador. I'm not a rep. I just really like her colors, and I like to introduce my followers and my subscribers to new sources of art supplies, really good art supplies. I do not promote anything just because someone sends me their stuff for free. I paid full price for this. And, you know, the other products I get that I do receive here for free, you know, like I'm going to be reviewing a journal next. And I've been a reviewer. I'm a brand ambassador for Monteverde pens. That stuff I get for free, but still, if there's something I don't like about it, I'm going to say so. Because my reviews are honest. It's my own considered opinion. And that is not swayed by someone, you know, sending me a product for free to review. So you'll know when I go into my product reviews, they are the real deal. So thank you all for watching. If you got this far, comment below, ouchie. So that'll tell me you made it all the way to the end. And I really appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for subscribing, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of these gorgeous colors here. I love every single one of these colors. That's rare for me to like every single color in a palette. That's really rare. So thank you again. And this is 𝗫𝗫𝗃𝗵𝗿𝗀, the Positive Vibes artist. I'm wishing you all a very blessed day ahead.